Okay, this is a reading for Pisces for June 2023, and I'll just go through some of the general cards, flesh it out, give you more detail. General reading, of course, isn't going to speak to all of you. If it is your story, then certainly you're not all making decisions in the same week, so things will play out a little further out here as well. But overall, what I'm seeing here is that there is some decision of some sort, something you're struggling with in terms of your finances. We'll start out, again, these are the clarifiers here with the Five of Coins and the Moon, but overall, I would say the reading energy is that there's a certain level of confusion here as far as how you're going to be moving forward. I feel like you're trying to work through that energy right now. So again, Moon card is, it's depicted as surrendering to the darkness. So it's really about seeing sort of the dangers in a situation or not feeling clear enough to be able to go forward. Something seems a little bit confusing, disorienting, frightening, anything like that. But it is either way something that you will be able to move past here with looking at the other cards further out. But right now you're in that energy of wanting to have some freedom in a particular situation, but not yet ready for the journey and its truths yet, because you're not seeing the way clear enough to be able to make that decision and understand how things are opening up. Knight of Wands is certainly wanting to take action, and I feel that you will be taking some form of action in this month. Knights are definitely about going forward, but again, this is more along the energies of uncertainty and yet becoming clearer through the period, but not yet in that space. So even though you're taking some action or some movement is moving in the direction of, I would say, a calling or something that you feel you're destined for or destined toward, because the judgment call is really sort of that epiphany moment of sorts. So again, the Knight of Wands is about putting in a lot of action, behind something. But again, it feels like you are committed to this process of sorts, but again, there's a lot of uncertainty with it going forward anyway. That's what I would say. Yeah, so again, even with that, like I said, the Knight of Wands energy, there is some action that's being taken here, but it still kind of revolves around bold, dramatic, kind of impulsive energy. So, whether or not I don't feel like you feel certain about how you're going forward, but you're just going to jump in anyway and sort of see, how things kind of move forward. It's because you're restless. I feel like you're not really sure about this path in its entirety, or you don't feel like there's enough certainty in it, but you are still ready for a new journey here. And in some way, it is connected to the Judgment card. So I feel like this is a need for you to take yourself into action because maybe you've been a little bit locked in the mind. And again, the Judgment card is that awakening. It's further out. It's not where you are right now, but you're taking the action to get to this place. So it would be kind of a reconciliation with yourself, with how you're wanting to move forward, and it's basically transcending over your obstacles. And even though you're not sure of the course of action that you're taking or the movements you're about to, you're just going to jump right in here either way. And it's just about you, sort of taking a little bit of bravery here in this step to, to figure out the path as you go through. But right now you're trying to kind of release your attachment to something in the past here that's in around money, which was disappointing for you. And again, I still feel like there is some kind of acknowledgement that this new purpose is really where you're headed. This is what you really want to do. This is something that you've kind of resigned yourself to commit to, is what I would say. The Lover's card can be one of support. It can be an indicator that you're having to make a decision or trying to find balance in your world. But either way, it's also about recognizing your place in a situation or in the balance of things. So it's also that time where you can, follow your heart over your head in this particular case. And I feel like this is going to lead to this choice or this transformation and this new start, which is more of a new money path. Something I feel you haven't really tried before. This could also be for some of you a love situation where, there's a new offer here, somebody's coming through, or a new offer on the table, even in terms of a career path. It doesn't have to be somebody bringing you the offer. You could be going out there looking for the offer and it presents itself. But either way, there's something that's new that's being considered here as a new possibility to bring in money. I still feel like even in terms of a love situation, there's some kind of a choice or transformation or something that you're really connected to that's going to be able to create some harmony here further out with that Ace of Coins. It's a practical step. It's a practical maneuver. It's something that is tangible, something that's going to be solid footing. The Page of Wands, again, it's a new entry into something that you have not done before, or at least, I shouldn't say maybe not done before, but new in some way to you. Because there's a lot of enthusiasm for this new path. And so I feel like it's kind of that childlike enthusiasm. Could be dealing with children here as well, but you're eager to get started. There's a certain level of naivety and, again, no real confidence necessarily, but you are interested in discovering something new. And in that, there is that beginning, that optimistic beginning. So it's an encouraging message as well that what's coming through is going to lead you to a very high sense of value. And the Ten of Cups is, of course, the card of keep following this path, because it is going to be one of family, security and connection and overall happiness. Again, this is going to be something that is going to shine bright, and emotionally you're going to have some real connection to and commitment to and trust in this path. And it's a very mature energy. It's certainly one of emotional maturity rather. And it definitely speaks to happy home life and romantically and all of those things. There's a lot of harmony and blessings that come through with this card, even in terms of your relationships and your connections. So I feel like you're making the right choice in whatever this is that you are considering that's new on the table. Seven of Coins, again, this is a card of sort of building and seeding things and trying to, be patient, because you're at that point where you need to invest some time, enable for this to have full growth. You are craving the reward, but again, it's, really strong sense of investing in you, and just be patient, basically, is what it's saying, because it's just thoughtful planning, and it's really getting to that place where your commitment will be rewarded over time. And of course, all of the cards point to, a very positive path of nourishment, growth, happiness, abundance. The Ten of Cups, starting from the Ace of Coins to the Ten of Cups to the Empress. I mean, this is amazing energy. This is abundant creations. Whatever it is that you're investing yourself in or you're considering in the time of June, now is the time to act, and you are. So you are taking that action with that Knight of Wands, even though you're really not sure of the path. Just know that this is a really fertile path, and there's a lot of nurturing and things that will be given back to you from learning from this growth path that you're taking. So again, a lot of love, a lot of, as I said, nurturing and things that will give you some balance and feeling like you have made the right choice. Hierophant is a card of, the trusted advisor. Could be also the energy around committing to a very structured path, and certainly does speak to dealing with, organizations or bigger businesses, that kind of thing, or some kind of structured environment. Could be even education. But when I see the Ten of Swords, I feel like this is more along the lines of you've been disappointed in some kind of a structure. So something that you were really committed to was very disappointing. And I feel with the Ten of Swords, it's been a hard lesson learned. And so I feel like you are now looking for a different kind of reward. One that offers you more wisdom and peace, and certainly more assurance. And it's still a traditional road, whatever this is. But again, that Ten of Swords still speaks to the journey having been one that was quite a hard path for you to deal with. And there may have been some harsh words or some harsh endings, or something that, again, was kind of the final release from this structured path into this new place that you're headed toward. Again, very abundant path, but it's an outdated way of thinking, outmoded way of you know, dealing or surrendering to a situation. So you're liberating yourself in some way to go off into this new path. And again, it's a lucrative one. So that's what I have for you for June. I'll do some other ones future reads here. But otherwise, keep moving forward. Everything is looking pretty good. Again, you're on a new path for learning, and you do have some connections that you can trust in here that are going to help you support you in this new pathway that you're headed in. But I feel like you're taking the action already to get started. And again, with that Judgment card, I just feel like you're en route to something that's quite transformational, something that is going to change you on it. You're going after something different in your life than you were before, is what I would say, because it's changing you on a really deep level. Judgment card is an awakening to something, so it's almost like awakening to a sense of purpose or a sense of self. Something that is really bringing about a strong change within you anyway. And it's certainly a call to action with that Knight of Wands. But again, it's still the situation improving itself. Again, personally, I feel that you're feeling some improvement and it's kind of a partial success. Again, you're not quite in that energy yet. You have to take this action here first with the Knight of Wands, even though, again, a lot of uncertainty in this path. But again, fear not, because the Judgment card does indicate that it is going to improve your conditions. Your partnerships are in support of this, and you being on purpose, that kind of thing. And it does speak to self-development, purposeful work, and meaning in the work that you do. And again, it's a positive turn of events. So it's a turning point of some sort that's a little further out here, but you can expect a positive response from whatever this new venture is. So again, excellent read, and looking forward to how things are going to open up in the future. Enjoy your day.